Alright, well, this is a demo of the game client. First we see here the Ogre 3D Preferences selection menu popping up, which starts when you start up the client. You can set video resolution, full screen, VSync, that kind of information. And then you click OK and it will enter into the actual video game. And it will load. Okay, now here is the screen, which is not unfortunately fitting completely in here. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, before we start playing, I'd like to point out that in the bottom left is going to be information about our IED statuses, or status I, or whatever that word might be. It'll list all three of them and what percentage planted they are at. In the top right, there will be text that describes your general locations. For example, if you're on the road, or you're in the open, or you're in the city, or you're in the grass, or on a hill, or wherever. And that information is important because that actually affects your visibility range and also your movement speed. And when we want to start, we are going to first press 9, which will connect us to the server, and then to start the game we will press 0. And both the 9 and the 0 are not on the number pad, they're just at the top of the keyboard. And so now we can see in the bottom left we are have the first IED selected, and we are carrying it, and we are just carrying IEDs 2 and 3. And we are in the city, we can see up here. And so right now we are going to try to find and destroy the insurgent, or I'm sorry, the agent. See, right now I'm going to right click, and that's going to start planting an IED, and you can see the percent increase over there. We want it to be 100% because that way the agent will have no way of seeing it. However, if we do not plant it 100%, for example, I'll go over here, plant one by this car. We just stand here a little bit, we'll see that you can still actually see it, and if the insurgent gets, or the agent gets close enough, he will actually be able to detect that and will then maneuver around it, at least in theory. And so that's probably not going to be terribly useful to us, so we're going to go ahead and continue planting it by getting on top of it and right clicking again. Now when it comes time for us to detonate one of these, we're simply going to left click, pressing 1, 2, and 3 at the top of the keyboard. That will change between your different IEDs that are selected. Now, because I'm cheating a little bit, oh, there he is. You can see the the agent coming down the hill here. And he might actually just run right in for an easy kill for us. I'm going to back up out of the way so we don't get blown up. Switching to IED 1 and detonating. And we won because he basically drove right into where I planted the first IED. At this point we can just hit escape and start the client again and play another session. And the server will record information. It will record all of the paths generated by the server, or the agent, I'm sorry. And it will also record state information about the insurgent and the agent once a second through the entire duration of the match. And that information later can be replayed through the match player.